Hi YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Um, y'all, I want to talk to you all about the Dante London and the Dodash fatigue. Are you guys tired of hearing about them as I am? Man, this stuff got me stressed out. They got me back on my shopping addiction. I'm out here shopping and buying stuff I don't need. Yeah. But all jokes aside, yeah, my shopping addiction has nothing to do with that. I don't know, I'm just back on to some of my old bad habits that I told you guys about on some of my older videos. Watch them, please, if you wish. I'll try to link some of them in the description below if you guys are interested. But right now, I just want to talk about this whole Dodash and Dante London thing. I don't think I've talked about Dodash before on my channel, but you guys did hear me talk about Dante London a little bit. Y'all, this is just crazy. I mean, yeah, here it is, another video about them, right? But it's just video after video after video. And I mean, it's a phenomenon, I guess. I mean, I don't understand what's all the hype about. I've explained. I think I've done 2 videos on Dante now, explaining, what I think is going on. He knows exactly what he's doing, and all that. I'm not getting into that. But then on the flip side, you got a lot of people that are upset. I mean, really upset about what he's doing, and they're saying that he is disgraceful what he's doing, that he's playing the system, with the whole welfare thing and the Section 8 thing. I mean, because he had, I think Dante had a lot of older videos, when he lived in the Section 8 housing or low income housing or however you want to phrase it. And it was showing how he was scamming the system. I mean, it's not fun. It's funny to me, but apparently it's not funny to a lot of people, and a lot of people are upset by it. Like I said, I think it's disgraceful, and they think that by other people tuning in, people I guess from all over, maybe even probably different countries, are watching him, and they're getting the false narrative, about the black community and about young black men in particular, thinking that you see one, and I have to give people credit. I mean, I don't think people. Maybe some of them do. I don't know. I take it back. But basically, they're saying, what he's putting out there, people, from other countries and people in general are going to think, hey, all black people are like that, or all black young men are like that. And, I kind of disagree with that. Yeah, we get a bad enough rep as it is, the whole black community. But I don't think he's adding to that narrative any more than all this other stuff you see in the news, right? I mean, we see stuff every day. And, that's my point. When I come to YouTube, me personally, I'm coming either one for entertainment, number two for stress relief. So when I'm watching, these guys do this type of content, and they're not the only ones. I mean, there's others out there too. But when I'm watching them do this type of content, I'm not looking at it like, they're doing a social injustice and all that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, different strokes for different folks. I mean, I look at it and I just keep it moving, and I'm like, wow, it's something different for me to see. I mean, I'm not wealthy by no means. I didn't grow up rich either. I grew up very poor. And I've been working for a very long time. I mean, I've been working 30, 40 plus years, right? Been working since I was 16. And I know what it's like to struggle, and I've come up, and I've overcome that somewhat. It's relative, depending on how you define wealth. I'm not a millionaire. To me, that's wealth. If you're a millionaire, or if you don't have to rely on a 9 to 5 for income, to me, that's being wealthy. And I'm not there yet, because I do have to rely on a 9 to 5 for income. So I'm not there yet. So that's why, I said, I'm not wealthy by any means, But I mean, I do know I'm not far removed from the struggle. I do know what it's like to struggle. And whether this young man is genuinely struggling or not, y'all, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much is true, how much is just, for YouTube. I don't know. But a lot of people are really, really taking his videos, to heart. And, they're just running off with it and doing all this type of content. And again, it's YouTube is a money making, or it can be a money making platform, for some. So the way I see it, as an outsider looking in, because I'm not on the level as some of these creators that I see, putting out the content, because they're way more successful than I am, on here. But I see it as, a money making opportunity for them. They see that he has all these views, he's made all this money, and to me that's Dante, and I think this young lady, Dodash, I think that's her downfall. I think whatever money they were making, I think they should have kept it to themselves. Because I think had they not broadcasted, hey, I made 30,000 this month, I made 20,000 this month, and we're talking 4, 5, 6 months in a row, that got people's attention. And I think had they not done that, I don't think anybody would give it 2 cents right now, the struggle that they're going through. But then again, that's all part of the plan. Maybe they put it out there like that so that they could get the attention, so that people would watch. And again, it's all strategic, right? But I think, you can be too strategic. You have to watch what you do. And to me, that was their downfall. Because had they not put it out there, hey, I made all this money, I don't think people would care. I think they would still watch your content, but I don't think they would have the reaction, especially the reaction they're having now. Because right now people are like, I mean, they're just running with it. They're like, you're struggling, I don't feel sorry for you, why are you putting out these pity videos and all this, and you're selling poverty. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, y'all. And so I think, that has a lot to do with it, because they were out, they're bragging, and now they're saying they're broke. And yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't want to say unfortunate, but in a way it is, because everybody is just beating each other up about it, but everybody's trying to get views. So you got the content creators putting this stuff out here, that they're broke or whatever, and then you got the other content creators who's like, oh, a money opportunity, let me jump in on the bandwagon. This person is getting tens of thousands of views. Let me get some of that. I mean, that's just what I see what's happening. I really don't think people care one way or the other. Like myself, I'm indifferent because I don't know those individuals. I'm just watching what they put out there, and that's it. I just keep it moving. But like I said, some of these other content creators, they see a business opportunity, so they're jumping on it. And no shade to them, more power to you. Do what you got to do. But I think if we stop watching it, like if you see it show up on your, because you know how YouTube is, you click on one thing, you're going to get those things, for life. It seems like, on your news, I call it news feed, your algorithm or whatever, however you want to call it. But y'all, if you're tired of it and if you're sick of it, just keep scrolling. Don't watch it. And the more you keep scrolling and you don't watch it, it'll stop showing up, because YouTube will see that, hey, this person's not interested in this type of content. So just don't watch it. Anything that's got anything to do with, what they're selling, with the Dante and the DoorDash is selling, just don't watch it. Plain and simple. I think I'm about to run out of storage, y'all. So hang on, let me pause this video and I'll be right back. Hi y'all, I'm back. I had to free up some space on my SD card. It was getting full. But I'm not going to keep you too much longer. I'm just making this real quick. But yeah, if you guys, if you don't like what you see, you don't want to hear that type of content, you don't want it showing up on your news feeds, just stop watching it. Really, just stop watching it. Eventually, those two content creators, they're just faddish. So whatever they do is, it's like a fad. It's like a fad going on. and or trends. Put it this way, there's trends. So they're trending right now, but they won't be in probably a month or two. They'll go on and move on to another trend. So, and if you don't like those two individuals, I'm not saying personally, but if you don't like their content, just don't watch it, plain and simple. And so the more people that don't watch it, then, eventually they'll stop making that type of content and then move on to something else. And then eventually they'll get the message to, start doing different types of content, maybe things more positive, or maybe, I don't know, maybe things more to your liking, depending on what you like to watch here on YouTube. But that's my advice. Just keep it moving. Like I said, I watch it. I watch a lot of content on YouTube, and a lot of stuff. I watch it and I keep it moving. Like I don't even give it a second thought until somebody else comes on here and they make a video about what they saw, because it's turning into like the Dante and the Dodash reality show. That's how I see it. It's like a reality show, and yeah, reality show, and then you have the commentators after. So, stay tuned, I guess. I might do another video, I might not, I'm not sure. But today is Friday, August 8th. So I'm not sure if I upload this video today or not, but I'm pretty sure Dante London will come out with another video today. And then Saturday, you guys are going to see all those reaction videos to his content he puts out tonight. So yeah, stay tuned for the Dante London show and the Dodash show, reality show. But y'all, that's all I have today. That's my 2 cents on this whole thing. And I hope you guys found value in this video. Please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.